We are continuing our media coverage here in San Francisco at the New Media Film Festival. And guess who I get to speak with? The most awesome founder, Susan Johnston. She's put together all the wonderful stuff that's happening here today and is the reason that you've heard from all the other wonderful people about all of their exciting projects. So Susan, welcome.
Well, thank you very much for that really warm and loving introduction.
Well, you deserve it, because everyone here has described you as a warm, wonderful person, and I don't know that you know it yet, but you have another new best friend.
Yay! I think you're great. She's been plugging here as long as I have. I was here at 10 o'clock in the morning, so thank you. You've been here all day, so thank you, thank you.
Sure, I really feel privileged to be part of this. It's exciting, it's cutting edge, and I am also a media person. Media is my passion, so
Yay, because your part of media is part of new media as well, so thank you so much for being here. So giving a voice to all the filmmakers and speakers and that have come out. You know?
Thank you for making us a part of this. Of course, I couldn't do this without Jim.
Yay, Jim, thank you.
So what motivated this? What made you decide to start this?
Okay, that's a really good and big question. So I'm a producer, and I was producing these live award shows. They were the Oscars for attorneys, and then a group that I belong to, seg3, which is a conscious creative community. It's an artist node, a division of the Millennium Project, which has ties to the United Nations through Jerome Kershaw, was starting this huge project when Wagner's opera was playing at the Opera House, and they wanted me to produce a one-day symposium. And I just kind of looked at them and I said, I absolutely love you. I believe in what you're doing, but I'm kind of done with what I call one-offs. When you are producing live shows, they're a city. Like, they have little infrastructures, they have flow. And I said, I'm exhausted, I'm tired of doing that. I want to do something that can affect more people, can expand and grow, and encompass all ages, all media, all cultures. I said, let me come back to you. And I went home, I went to bed, and I had spent 5 years with the Rhode Island and Providence Film Commissions. And in those 3 years, with a team of people, I helped build 3 film festivals, of which one is Academy accredited, one was Latin, and the other one was just this sort of avant-garde thing that didn't really take off, but that's okay. So I came back and I said, hey, I will honor the message that you want to do, but I'm going to do it in a format that I'm comfortable with, that I know will morph and grow the way it needs to. And it ended up becoming New Media Film Festival. And the reason why New Media is, a lot of people don't know, because I'm very stealth about a lot of what I do, is I'm in a lot of think tanks, and I'm very pioneering in some ways. Like, I'm the first producer of miniseries.
Wow.
I was the test bunny for the Panasonic Vericam. I produced the very first live talk show for them. I also was a test bunny for the Panasonic DVX100, and that was with the music video, and we did a guerrilla-style shooting for a short format, and those notes became the DVX100A. And then when the Red came out, I was in a meeting, and I was asked to be a test bunny for that. Test bunnies don't get paid. Think tanks, you don't get paid, but it is for the love, and it's for the collaboration and the thought process of, you know, making something that is usable and accessible and easy for everyone. And so I went to one of their Scratch programs, which was their software for post, and I went, ooh, I know what I'm going to have to, the learning curves I'm going to have to go through with that. I said, I love you. I believe in your 4K resolution process being offered, you know, in a 2K resolution, but I'm just like, I've been there, I've done that. So why don't we give it to someone else who has, you know, a love of that process? And so that's sort of when all this was happening. So I decided that new media would encompass the categories. So we now have, our categories can change because new media changes. Right now we're over 16 categories. I mean, shot on red, LGBT, socially responsible content, shorts, docs, mobile, apps, trailers, live stream, you know, web series. So, and there's new ones. Oh my goodness, we have machinima. I didn't even know what machinima was, you know? And so now, which is funny, because now I'm judging machinima in Second Life, and the man who created R2-D2 is interviewing me. Like, how cool is that?
See what I mean, people? I told you she was awesome, and being a woman, I am so proud of her.
I think you told me that I was the first woman you interviewed today.
You are.
Okay, women, step up to the plate.
I know. Where are you girls? Get on over here.
We need more of you.
So what are your plans for the media, the new media film industry moving forward?
Okay, that's a great question. Thank you. So one of the goals of New Media Film Festival is how do you monetize this format? I am in really exciting and intense talks with everything from major corporations to software people to ad people, and I have my theories on it, and it's okay, not everybody listens to them, but I look at it like people speak different languages, they speak different dialects in their own cities, they communicate and consume content their own way. So we're going to be able to first of all, a lot of it's going to, so you can have the same, let's just take a web series. You can have a web series be free online, but yet it's going to monetize somewhere else, whether it's an ad driven, whether it's product placement driven because you've already made it and it had, it had earrings in it, whatever. We also have channels that are being created. We have a 3D channel. We have a music video channel coming. We have a connection with an award-winning digital distribution company, Go Digital. Logan's here today, the CEO on the panel. So. And we also have one where it's in the process. There's about 11 companies out there that are all vying to be the next one out. If they had only learned to just sort of come together, it would have already happened. But basically, content makers, filmmakers, you make something. There's something in there that someone might want to buy. So you get to watch it, and then like just say it's your lovely jacket. Okay? And so someone loves it and they can just put their little mouse over it while they're watching it and it goes in a cart. Well, at the end of that, you can choose to buy it or not, but it's an opportunity for those that don't like to go shopping in stores, believe it or not, I don't. Someone might have to buy a gift, whatever. It's just an opportunity. It's an avenue for you to choose how to live your life the way you want it.
Awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad you get it. It's hard to explain to people.
No, I completely get what you're saying.
What I think the challenge is they're all trying to find one way to have I'm not so sure everyone's concerned about the filmmaker, and that's fine. But if we look at us like a community, we're all doing the best we can. We are all trying to move forward collectively. So I hope that they see that and they realize that there is not going to be just one way to monetize. There isn't. Yes, there are companies, and we know who they are, that manage to do something so well that they have what are called add-ons, and people are loyal fans of them, and they buy all those add-ons, and sure, I'm sure there'll be another company like that. But I say, let's have all different ways to monetize. We can have that, and we can have this, and we can have everything in between, because they're all going to work, all of them.
What's great about that is that everybody can try to get all of their dreams
come true,
to blossom into something.
Yes, but I for those of you that aren't here, so youtube.com/New Media Film Festival is going to upload as many of the panels as we can, so you can watch and listen to those words of wisdom for free. And please spread it around, spread the love. We'll have some of your interviews as well. So it's wisdom, it's knowledge, and it's free. And I guess what I got distracted. Somebody walked by. So where were we?
Yes, we're just talking about people bringing all their ideas together into a little.
Oh, that's right. So the YouTube new channel. So if you're not going to look, and you happen to listen to this, basically everybody was saying, do your homework, do your research, make sure your story's good, make sure you know what you're doing, when, where, and how you're going to do it. Because if you don't have a good story, you have nothing. You could have the best talent in the world that's famous, but if you don't have a solid, good story, you're nowhere. So it's all the elements together, the story, the talent, and the production.
We've been hearing the same messaging all day from everyone. Yay. Passion and having a good story, and together just going for it, and hopefully
just do it.
Just do it, and everyone will get a chance to do what their passion is, and at least educate somebody in the process. If not that, entertain.
And that's a great way to look at it. I mean, at the very least, you don't have to go to a film festival. YouTube right now is free. I don't know how much longer it'll be free, but upload there, tie it in with your social media, have all your friends like it or whatever, and get it out there. But please listen to the feedback. You know, why do people like it? Why don't they? And learn from your mistakes so you save time, money, and energy next time. But keep going. The world does need stories. They need really good stories. So please go make something good.
Well, you and I need to continue this in the studio because you have so much to share and so much encouragement, and you've produced movies in the past, so you have that experience.
Oh, sorry. Can I say one other thing? I totally forgot because it was like 2 days before I left to come up here, and the next night something weird happened on the highway with my car, so I was a little discombobulated. But there's a tiny group that's the highest creme de la creme of the producers in Hollywood, and it's called the Caucus. And they've actually asked me to be on their steering committee. But what's exciting for me is these are the people that created all the things that we have now. Syndication, well, some have even gone to pasture. But think of Movies of the Week was a concept that didn't happen before. Syndication, you know, on and on and on. You know, when you had like America's Funniest Home Videos. And so what they're doing is so the title is The Caucus, Learn from Entertainment Legends. And they're going to be putting on panels. And they're going to be videotaping those panels and sharing them with the world. Like J.J. Abrams was just on a panel. Like, I mean, that level of stuff.
Great.
So, yes.
Great. So, well, we'll stay in touch. And today you're busy because we
have a documentary going on now, so I have some time.
Okay. And so what we need to do is we need to continue this in the studio where I can dedicate a half an hour just to hearing about you and how you...
I want to hear about you, too.
I'm not as important as you are.
And Jim.
So we'll share, but this way we can do something that we can get the word out there about what you're bringing to this area.
Thanks. And also what they can, thank you. Yes, because I just ended up in San Francisco because last year a volunteer was going to move back up here and she asked to take it up here, Philippa, and she did a great job, but then she decided not to move up here. So I came up on my own this time, and so it's just like, thank you, because it could have been any city anywhere, and it just happens to be San Francisco, and it's a beautiful city with great people.
Thank you, because I live here on behalf of the people in San Francisco. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So enjoy the rest of today, and thank you for including us in a part and making us a part of this.
We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
I'm now speaking with Rob Lambert at the New Media Film Festival in San Francisco. Rob, welcome.
Well, thanks, Jennylyn. I came down because I heard you were in this fabulous dress, this leather, this lace, looking beautiful.
Thank you very much. Not quite sure how to respond to that, but thank you.
Smile, too. Smile.
So what are you doing here today?
I screened a music video, Feel This, and I just showed it to a crowd that was doing the same thing, the same young man that was here before me, and it seemed to play pretty well. It was in an experimental block, so.
Okay, great. And because I've been standing out here interviewing people, I wasn't able to see it. So tell me, where are you from? Are you from the Bay Area?
No, I was born in LA, and then my parents were a bit nomadic, so we moved all over the United States. And I went to high school in Montana and college in Washington, and I live in LA right now.
So the one thing everybody has been telling me all day, that this is their passion. It's my passion to stand here and talk to you and have you compliment my leather and lace get-up.
It's very passionate.
So is this your passion?
Yes, it's my passion. It's a lot of fun, and I think storytelling is if you can do storytelling for a living, I mean, what's not to be passionate about that? So, absolutely, I think it's so much fun. So.
Okay, so if you say this is what you do for your living, then I trust it's not your first project. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's not my first project, but I'd like to get more going in that direction for sure. Yes.
Okay, so have you produced a film that's been played somewhere in a theater, or just little projects like this that you're hoping?
Yeah, as far as having myself be the director, mainly smaller projects, music videos, but I've worked at a production company, and so I've seen some big projects get going, yeah.
So what message do you have for other potential up-and-coming producers in the area? What would you say to them that's gotten you to where you are now? To encourage them, sorry.
Oh, to encourage them? Find investors. That's the key. Find investors, and you know, just like they were saying in there earlier, it's about their passion. So, yeah, I would say, you know, kind of plug away and find out who else is invested in what you want to do.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I wish you all the luck in the world with all of your potential projects.
Well, you as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for interviewing me.
Sure. We're continuing our interviews today at the New Film Media Festival in San Francisco, and I'm about to speak with John Braude.
John Braude.
John Braude, sorry. Sorry. John, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And why are you here today?
So I work for NVIDIA. We are a graphics card company. We make graphics processors for PCs, and we've developed some technology to enable 3D on the internet, 3D on the PC. And so working with new film producers to bring their content to the internet and promote it to our group of 3D consumers.
Great. So do you have anything that you showed here today?
No, we don't produce content.
Okay.
We just work with the content producers to help them distribute and promote their content on the internet. We developed some technology to enable the internet as a viable distribution platform for 3D. In our view, for 3D to really be to really be ubiquitous and make a big impact, the internet needs to play a bigger role. And so we're here to help the 3D portion of the show and 3D producers that are creating cool things and help them see the internet as a new distribution path.
So I have a question, because I'm a movie producer, a television producer, and what I'm concerned about is if you're not using a high-definition camera, how is this going to affect your show when you load it on?
Well, for the internet and putting content, 3D content onto the internet, really the technology treats content very much the same as it would for any other type of outlet. So putting content onto televisions or putting content onto TVs in 3D is really no difference. If you're not producing it in 3D, is a little bit different when you're producing because you need two cameras, not just one. So there does need to be a lot of care in producing and how to create proper 3D to make it look good. But there's a lot of great cameras out there that really make it easy for producers to be able to do that. Okay,
because I know that with a high-definition camera, it somehow, I think you have to use a different type of, I think instead of a tape, you use a disc when you record, and I'm not sure if I'm right about that, so I think that's where that question came from.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, most everything today is being done digitally, especially in the world of 3D, to create real high-definition content. When you see it in 3D, it looks really amazing. But from a standpoint of HD versus SD today, and tapes versus not tapes, most of all the new stuff for PCs and things real high end is being done digitally.
Okay, so you guys are bringing the life to, I think there was a movie out not so long ago that you have to wear glasses in order to enjoy the movie. Was that your technology?
Well, there's been dozens, hundreds of movies that have come out all the time that are in 3D. It's really a exciting new movement in the movie production space. In terms of if the content is on the PC, that probably is our technology. If content's on the internet, we have played a role in doing that. We develop technology for the PC, and so whether a movie producer is distributing it in theaters or over televisions, as long as when they put it on the PC, we hope to help them out there and ensure that the content looks great and is enjoyed by all.
So are the movie theaters then showing these movies from PCs now?
No.
Oh, okay. I was getting a little confused there.
It is a confusing space. It's 3D is still emerging and still developing and maturing, and there's still a lot of learning and required infrastructure be enabled to make it truly successful. But I think we're making some good progress.
Well, is that why when some theaters are playing three-dimensional movies, you need glasses? Is that because of the lack of your technology?
Well, no, not necessarily. For all 3D today, you need glasses. Even with our technology on the PC, we have glasses called 3D Vision glasses. We created a website for our community of 3D Vision owners called 3dvisionlive.com, and on that site we show a lot of movie trailers, a lot of free content. We let users share their content and really create a community site for 3D enthusiasts.
Well, I would imagine in the future almost everything is going to be converting into 3D because it's so much more real.
It's very immersive, very engaging, and it's really exciting.
A lot more detail.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed speaking with you. And obviously this is a topic that I don't have a lot of knowledge on, so some of my questions may have been off.
No, not at all. I hope I explained it well, but it was nice talking to you. Thank you.
You did. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
This is Jennylyn. We're continuing our coverage at the New Film Media Festival in San Francisco, and I am speaking with the great Randy Gordon, who is a big part of organizing all the wonderful events that have been happening here today and bringing together all this great talent and excitement that we've been bringing to you. So, Mr. Gordon, thank you so much for making us a part of this big, fun festival.
Jennylyn, thank you for coming to cover us, and we appreciate, you can't see behind the camera, but Jim's been doing a great job and he's hanging in there, and we appreciate you guys being here.
We are honored to be here. We've met some fascinating people who have had great stories to tell, either in the form of film or technology, and so I want to ask you, how did you get involved in this?
Well, Susan Johnston, I was introduced to her with by Gigi Garner, who is James Garner's daughter, and she was actually involved with the first New Media Film Festival that actually happened in Los Angeles. That was in May of the previous year. So they came up to Japantown to do something at the Viz Theater, and Gigi had two of her clients were involved with one of the films that we were showing. It was called God's Ears, and it was a film about autism. And she said, we're going to have John Saxon, the actor, is going to be able to come up to San Francisco, and can you help us out with him and coordinate interviews? So I was happy to jump in and help out. John's a phenomenal actor, and I kind of thought this was great that a New Media Film Festival could be here in San Francisco, besides somewhere just like Los Angeles, because we think so much stuff happens transmedia-wise in the Bay Area.
Well, it's great because, everyone thinks Los Angeles is the movie mecca of the world, and unless you're in Los Angeles, you can't be doing all the great stuff we've learned is happening in San Francisco today.
We think that Southern California tends to be a little bit of a closed community, and just the old studio model. And it's not saying that the studios are necessarily going anywhere, but we do believe that transmedia is really going to happen pretty much here in the Bay Area, whether it's Silicon Valley, Mountain View area, all the way up to Marin County. And here what they're doing in San Francisco with the Academy of Art University. So many great things are happening. We're starting to call it San Film Cisco, to see if that catches.
I like it. I think it's catching because I've already caught it. I like it. San Film Cisco.
San Film Cisco. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but it looks good in print.
It will get there in time, trust me. So, tell me, do you have a background in film?
Well, I love film. I love watching film. I'd say my background is more in content, and I was in the video game space for approximately 10 years, working with companies like Sony PlayStation and Ubisoft and Adscape Media. And but I went to UCLA for business school. And so all of my electives were in the producers program at UCLA. So the film bug was always part of me, but I would say that more of what I've been working in has been content. So I think that content really is the key word when it comes to transmedia.
Okay, so the common thread of the conversations we've been hearing today is passion. Follow your passion. And you have discussed two different fields of work that you've been involved in. Are they both your passion? If not, which one is?
Well, I mean, content. I think experiential marketing and experiences are the passion. So sometimes that plays out in what you do at an amusement park, and sometimes it plays out in what you do, going to like a traditional movie house. Even big-time sporting events. And I've been involved with companies like, I used to work for Coca-Cola, and I used to work for Lee Steinberg, the sports agent. So I very much like sports and film and content, but it's really about the experiences and being at events live like a film festival. And I think that's it's great. And being at these kind of events, the bug kind of bites you, and you just want to contribute however you can, whether it's just producing it or enjoying it.
Well, based on all the interviews that I've done today and all the people I've spoken with, I hear everyone being so passionate about starting a media field here in San Francisco. And I can basically consider it done. In my eyes, it's a done deal. How do you see going forward, making it become more alive, getting the word out there so you can get more local people involved? Because I think this would be a great medium for people to join and who have the passion we have for media, right, to give birth to all of their dreams and their goals and their little projects.
Well, I think that new media is anything that is moving on the internet. I mean, any kind of video images, it's all about people tweeting and backlinking, and it's all about organic search and how they eventually find you. But it really comes down to all these moving images on the internet, and everybody knows that it's been going towards video. That's what social media seems like it's all about. It's not about just giving you the headline or the soundbite. They want to be able to see some sort of a story, or some sort of a video that they've heard about. So our hope is that we will find like the right production companies and event companies to help propagate our message for New Media Film Festival and be able to kind of place them all around the world. We want to find, the right group that's going to do New Media Film Festival Barcelona and New Media Film Festival, in Greece and New Media Film Festival in Rome, Italy. We really want to kind of blow it out and have everybody know it's a California story, that it started in Los Angeles and it seeped up to the Bay Area. And so we're just trying to find the right partners moving forward. And we give a lot of credit to sponsors of yet another film festival that just came onto the radar screen, only a couple years ago.
Wow. Well, I am very impressed with everything that you've said, and I really believe that in time, San Francisco will be known also for its media centers and the different projects that are going to come out of it. But if you could see the horizon, how does it look to you?
The horizon to me looks very holographic. I mean, that's definitely the next stage, having been in the video game space, and everybody knows about 3D and people talk about 4D. There's no doubt the way I see it, it's very dimensional and it is holographic. So, this particular broadcast, a couple years from now, given the right treatment and preparation, can be popping up like on a coffee table, and you and I are kind of coming at them three-dimensionally, almost like we're right here in your living room, almost like you can touch it and just kind of wave your hand like right through our image. But I see everything holographically.
Well, I know that this is not the first time I'm going to be interviewing you, because I know that this organization or this media group will become successful, and this is just like doing the kindergarten interview. I can't wait until we're in a high school, and then we're in a college, and then we're a booming industry in San Francisco.
I'm happy to be in the sandbox, just getting started out, and like I said, we appreciate everybody that kind of supports what we're doing, because there's no telling how far we can go. We're showing Tom Shadyak's movie I Am, and there's all about connecting and contributing, and it's all about community, and that's kind of what this is in a microcosm.
Good job. I believe where there's a dream, where there's a passion, where there's the knowledge, there could only be accomplishing what you want, and I know that you are going to get there. Thank you so much for having me be a part of this great day, and I look forward to being with you as you go along on this journey.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Randy.